This is only a few. This is the major releases. We'll go through some other ones, but like it's just I was looking at this and there's a trend going on for sure. And the trend is that nothing in these things is like original. And these are like the major releases, but like January you got this movie called Night Swim, which is like a horror movie.
with sharks.
It looks like some
Oh, I saw that earlier.
generic looking horror
it's
movie.
like some demon in a pool with like a bunch of
Yes.
hair.
Yep, exactly. Like just the same kind of horror movies that we've had for the past like 5 years, like these kind of
It's
conjuring
sort of
things.
like, yeah, like a Conjuring. It's like jump scare here, wait a little bit, jump scare here, wait a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't get good horror movies that often. And like I was talking to to Doug and he didn't like X and I was thinking like and he was like, "Oh, it's just like a generic horror movie." I was like, "I don't know what you're talking about." Like Night Swim is like a generic horror movie or like whatever The Nun 8. That's a generic horror movie these days. Like X was actually kind of original. I don't know.
Um,
I get,
there
you
was
know,
honestly like there was an insane run with Hereditary, The
oh yeah.
Witch. Uh,
Kind of but these are folk horror too. That's a little different vibe. That's always
I
a
don't
little
know. I
different.
felt like around that time period, there was like tons of stuff that was coming out that was good horror. A24, I think, was responsible for a lot of it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Even
Yeah.
that
No, they're good.
movie with the guy who's blind, that movie's not that bad.
Oh, yeah, is it? It's not get. What is it? I know exactly one you're talking about, like the creepy
Where like
blind
they break
guy.
it's a home invasion, but then
Don't
he
speak or
turns
something.
it
No,
on
not
them.
don't speak. Don't
No, I
breathe.
think that's it.
Don't breathe.
Don't breathe. Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't bad. I know there's a sequel I didn't see, but of course there is because it's like if you do want something kind of good. I mean, I thought a Quiet Place was pretty good, and now
It's
it's like
alright. I just really don't like John Krasinski, whatever. I like
yeah,
Emily
he's
Blunt. The daughter was kind of weird. I don't know. That part was just lame,
he's got two movies on this
and
list.
the
Is
kid
what
was
it
pretty
looks like.
nothing. But it was yeah, it's an okay movie.
But definitely the big trend I'm seeing is that like there's nothing here that's original. You know, it's
I
all
know, but is that really new? It's like
sequel.
Hollywood just doesn't want to risk taking a loss on a completely new idea.
Yeah, and there's gonna be a third less movies this year because they didn't do well
They're gonna
Hollywood.
make
So
another Mad Max movie. What the fuck?
yeah, the trailer looks really bad too.
Oh
Argyle.
shit, Dune. I thought you said that was delayed and not
No,
coming
that's
out.
coming out in March. That was supposed to come out in November.
Oh, okay.
Argyle is by the guy who did the Kingsman. That is technically original, but it feels kind of like
What's the
connected to that
plot?
universe. It's like Bryce Dallas Howard is a writer. She writes like spy movies and like or spy books, and it turns out that like what she was writing was real. I don't know. It seems like for what it is, it'll be pretty fun.
Okay.
Not like anything. I wouldn't say it's gonna be like good. It'll be entertaining. This Madam Web movie is some superhero movie that looks like embarrassingly horrible. Like
Spider Man.
it's somehow connected to that Venom. It's a Sony Marvel movie, so it's somehow connected to that Morbius movie. It's like gonna be like another Morbius thing, like where it's a weird, shitty superhero movie. That's
Wasn't
kind of
isn't wasn't there like a female Spider Girl in that animated one?
yeah, and that was like the weird thing with that movie is apparently it was supposed to be two movies. One of them was gonna be the Spider-Man, and one of them was gonna be that girl Spider-Man movie,
Gwen
but
Stacy or something?
then they combined them. I think when the whole pandemic shit happened, they were like, let's just fucking throw this into one. I mean, that movie was like just came out this year and it was worked on. It started being worked on in like 2019. So it's like
Well, it's
that was like
animation.
weird.
It might be pretty consuming. I don't know.
It's consuming, and I think it got super delayed.
What's the budget
Uh,
like for animated movies? Do are these animators getting paid a lot, or it's just going to the actors?
I don't think they're gonna pay them. I mean, that movie was only like 100 million. That's not like that's not terribly a
Nobody gives
lot.
a shit about animators. They're just so replaceable, like nothing people.
But I say that, and that Godzilla -1 movie was $15 million. So they did pretty good for their $15 million. So it's like I also think there's this Hollywood bloat factor too. I mean,
Well,
Indiana Jones, three
didn't
hundred
you
million
also
dollars.
say like uh, some of these movies are excuses to launder money or something like that?
It feels like it for some of them. It really does. I think like these, especially like this Godzilla Kong, like it feels like it. Dune Part 2. That's actually like so far the only thing I'm really looking forward to in this little top row. I mean, I am looking.
What's if?
That's a John Krasinski movie. So he's got two here coming out.
Oh my god.
It's like about. It's basically Toy Story. It's like Ryan Reynolds, like things as a kid he believed in, and toys come to life. It's basically like a Toy Story like
Rip off,
movie.
yeah.
Yeah, but it's live
Another
action.
Bad Boys. Will Smith and Martin Lawrence aren't going to be able to do these stunts pretty soon.
Yeah, I don't know that. I don't know what's happening with that.
Martin Lawrence, especially, he wasn't looking too great in the last movie. He's getting kind of bloated and fucked up looking.
Yeah, Kung Fu Panda 4, another one of those. But I think that's been a while since they've done those. I don't know if that'll still hit with people. I think that kind of is old now. They're doing another one of those Ghostbuster movies with the Stranger Things guy or whatever. And I saw some of the one that they did before, and was like, I don't know, it was like incredibly okay. It was like okay to bad. Like I couldn't finish it, so I don't even know really what happens. I know this one's like a Frozen movie. I think it's like New York starts to freeze over, which is like that kind of looks cool. Give them that. I'm sure it'll have its moments. It wasn't as bad as
I
that.
can see the Planet of the Apes movie being okay. They're somewhat watchable.
I think they're pretty good, but it also just it kind of while I think they're pretty good, I don't think anyone needs this movie. You know what I mean? Like they did 3 of those. You know, they already did 3 sequels. You know, like
well, it looks like there's a bunch of movies making their fourth.
Yeah, it's crazy. You're right. Oh yeah, we got a couple. Yeah, we got. Oh yeah,
Kung Fu Panda 4, Despicable Me 4, Mad Max. I think that's the fourth. I think that Godzilla Kong shit's probably 4.
That's the fifth. That's the fifth Mad Max.
Oh, okay.
What is there? There's the Road Warrior.
That's probably like the 30th in that franchise.
Oh well, that's not. Yeah, man. There's like 6 of those old ones. That's another thing. Is like I say that like you don't even make another Planet of the Apes.
Honestly, like 20 of those fucking movies.
Yeah, like yeah. I guess I should.
There's the 2 old ones. Then there's that weird one, and then there's like a
there's 2 of these.
One with Paul Rudd.
So this is the 5th.
Yeah, but I don't know how you can really lump them in together. They're like too different from each other.
Yeah, but even right here, it's like
these Godzilla Kong movies are the same shit every time. Same thing with the Planet of the Apes. It's like you can just keep pumping that story.
And it looks so bad next to Godzilla -1 coming out and being like really good. This is, and then like like they released a trailer for this like kind of while Godzilla -1 was out, and like fucking Godzilla's like running full force like an idiot. He looks so stupid when they just released like a really good Godzilla movie. Like it just, I mean, it's the difference between the Japanese company and our stupid shit. But oh yeah, Ballerina, John Wick spinoff. I don't know. I have not seen the John Wick movies, so I'm in the dark on those.
Who's playing the lead?
I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming that it's a girl.
It actually says John Wick spinoff.
Yeah, a John Wick spinoff. They might not have the full title too.
That's also like they have to let people know, otherwise they'll be like, "What the fuck, Ballerina?"
Oh yeah, dude. I think honestly, I don't think that's a bad move.
That's amazing. That's a good move. I just love that they like forced it into the title underneath for all the like mouth breathers. Like,
well, everyone's an idiot.
John Wick.
Inside Out 2, which again, that sort of feels like Pixar doesn't do sequels too often either, other than like their major.
That must have made a lot of money then. For them.
It must have. I mean, I know they do for Toy Story, but that's the only one I could really think of that they sequeled out like hard.
How many Toy Stories are there? 3?
I think there's 4.
Oh, I heard that like Buzz Lightyear movie's fucking horrendous.
Yeah, and there's that. That's a prequel, but like that kind of I guess that still kind of counts. Not really. Yeah, that was the stupidest idea. Like, let's make a movie about what inspired the action figure. Like, what? Who thought of that? Just make another Toy Story movie, you idiots. Like, you're just trying to force it. A Quiet Place Day One is gonna be a prequel to The Quiet Place, which I kind of get that because that was the cool, also kind of like the Terminator world where the cooler parts are the stuff you didn't see. You know, they kind of like to show you in the future when everything's already settled. So it'd be interesting to see that day where everything kind of comes down. So I get it, but I don't really need to see it. Despicable Me 4, I've never seen these. I don't know. I know it's the Minions or something. Oh, here we go. Twisters. They're about 20 years too late on this one, on this sequel. And I think Bill Paxton's dead. So I don't know how you're doing this one.
Maybe they'll make like a puppet.
And again, but again, look at this.
Some Paxton puppet.
More reboots and sequels and
Maybe they like fucked up to his legacy of it's like some like really cheap like Syphil and Ollie hand puppet. They don't,
yeah, they just like to make it just to put it out. Deadpool 3, another third movie here. Borderlands is getting a movie. I know it's a video game.
Never played it. I remember Doug played that a lot. It's like in the desert. I think it's like post-apocalyptic Mad Max type of stuff.
Yeah, I thought that's kind of also that's also why it's dumb. Like again, it's almost like something we know. So that's why video games do it. It doesn't need to be made into a movie because it's basically a rip-off to begin with. Alien, the next Alien movie comes out in June because they can't let that stop existing.
The last one I saw of those was the Danny McBride one, I think.
I think that is the last one. I guess it has been a bit.
I don't remember much about that one. I think that was the one where it had the white thing looking like a shark.
Alien Covenant. 27.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the next one. I mean, I guess I get it. It was attached to that Prometheus movie too, so that wasn't a good start for it.
I wasn't too into Prometheus.
I think it had its moments of kind of being a little cool, but I don't think it ever really did it effectively. It could have been cool, but it didn't.
That Fassbender guy was just in every single fucking movie, and I got pretty sick of him.
Yeah, he had his. Yeah, that was definitely his hit time period. Stock was up then.
Yeah, there was that Shane movie, and then there was 10 Years as a Slave or whatever, and then there was X-Men shit and Glorious Bastards. He was in every single fucking release.
Well,
he's okay as an actor, but it's just after a while, it's just too much. You just get oversaturated.
I see Beetlejuice 2 here on this list. I know most of them are back. I don't think Alec Baldwin is because I think he's still, canceled from that whole shooting somebody.
But it was an accident.
Yeah, I know, but still, it's funny how he's pretty much gone. But I think Jenna Ortega will be in it.
Okay, you like her, don't you?
Oh yeah, but that's different. Oh, she's just in it because she's probably fucking Tim Burton on the side. That could be yeah.
No, Tim Burton's with Monica Bellucci, I think.
Oh, she's in it too. Okay, she's in the movie. I see.
Yeah, well,
she's Beetlejuice's wife.
That seems to be a consistent theme throughout his career.
Oh, she's got a major role. Okay.
Shoehorning those motherfuckers in.
Yeah, she's got a major role, as I see here. Interesting. Yeah, not surprised. That's all I would be.
I mean, if that's what it takes to fuck Ava Green, she can be in every goddamn movie ever made. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. Another Transformers movies. I've never seen one of these. I think I've just been lucky. I've never seen one. Never got stuck watching one. Never seen any of these.
The Transformers?
Never seen one.
I gotta say, the first couple are okay. Megan Fox is looking really good, and Shia LaBeouf was his comedic peak. If you want to call it that.
Okay. Peak Afro. Peak Jufro.
Well, do you remember that movie? Not the one where he plays a retarded guy. The Suspiria ripoff. It was around then. And then there's another movie that he was in. Which went pretty under the radar, where they're into war reenactment shit, and he's trying to fuck Amy Smart, who's the fat kid's sister that he's friends with.
Is that the one where he's got the binoculars and he's looking? He's on the cover looking at something in binoculars.
Yeah, he's got binoculars because he's really into war reenactment stuff.
Oh, okay.
Do you remember that's where they meet?
I never saw that.
I'm pretty sure I saw it with you.
No, I
It
don't
was
know,
that
man.
movie where Matt Damon like did a contest for the script writer, and then they produced it.
Oh, Project Greenlight. Yeah,
Yep,
yeah, I
that's it.
remember that. Yep. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, that was back when they had the show. That was almost like a reality show thing, yeah.
yeah.
It was one of those movies, like, it came out of that.
It's okay movie. I've never really wanted to watch it again.
Here's a clip from the new Transformers, 'cause Shia LaBeouf is gonna be back.
Paparazzi! Paparazzi,
Stop it now, Eddie. You're gonna
Paparazzi!
Stop it!
Paparazzi! Paparazzi!
Give me the camera. You are not a paparazzi.
Paparazzi!
Stop it!
I feel like a dipshit because I honestly thought you were playing the Transformer stuff.
That's I fooled you, man. Joker. I guess they're not calling it. They're calling it Folie à Deux. Okay, they're doing some kind of French thing here. Folie à Deux. Okay, the Joker the second.
Play of Do.
I guess I don't see. I don't think that's gonna work too well in America there. Again, more sequels. Venom 3. These are not good either. Like they've never been good. It sucks too because I think Tom Hardy's good as an actor. He's just not really. Yeah, I don't know if he's an idiot or just takes stupid shit or.
Tom Hardy?
Yeah, he must be like. I think he's probably like a dumbass. Like he's probably like just like a huge dumbass.
He's a himbo.
I think so. I think maybe I kind of took him out to be a little more arty than he is, and I think he is just dumbass.
Well, he did do so he did that movie, that British gangster movie where he plays two twins that are based on real people. Then he
That was
did
pretty cool, but weird.
that
Not kind of like okay.
That alcohol movie, which is pretty fucking awesome. I like that movie. That's with Shia LaBeouf as his brother.
Yes, that one's really good. Oh, the one where they're down bootlegging.
Guy Pearce is really good as the villain. Like he's really fucking good.
Yeah, what is the name of that movie? Because that's Lawless. That movie's good. Lawless.
Lawless, yeah. No, it's movies like I think it's pretty damn good overall.
It's an underrated movie. I feel like it kind of like got forgotten about. Yeah, that one's good.
It's
good show. Shia LaBeouf can be good too. I think he can be good. He's not like someone I hate.
Well, the good thing about that movie was he was the lead, but like not like too heavy.
Exactly.
You know, like, there was like a lot of other people involved helping him out.
He kind of felt like a narrator of the movie in a weird way, where it's like he's sort of the one moving things along, but not the main focus because he's mostly talking about like Tom Hardy and shit.
Yeah, there is a lot of voiceover narration stuff.
Yeah, which is a little bit. I remember like I said, did some film stuff. I had a screenwriting teacher who hated narration, and I have to say, I think his hate for narration was stupid because there's so many good movies that use it really well.
Yeah, I think what he probably means is like it can be cheap.
It's cheap, like I get it. It's
a
plot device.
It's also just sometimes really good if like done well, like Shawshank Redemption, maybe.
Right. And like I feel like Scorsese uses it often. Like I'm trying to think of like best movies with narration. I know he's done it with some of his movies. I'm trying to think which one has it.
Yeah, the one with Ray Liotta.
Yeah, all right, it's Casino, right?
And Casino too. No, I was thinking Goodfellas.
Oh, Goodfellas. Yeah, both. And is the I think The Irishman too.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, I think The Irishman.
Once I found out it was 4 hours, I kind of just said, fuck it. I bet it's good, but I don't want to put myself through that.
Oh, there's fucking more. Wolf of Wall Street. Wolf of Wall Street definitely narrated.
Yep.
He's narrating the whole Apocalypse Now is being narrated. There's a lot of movies that do it well.
No, I know. That's a bullshit thing to like be bothered by.
Oh yeah. Big Fish definitely does it, but not all the time. I like it when it's used kind of sparingly. It sort of is to set up. It's not like the whole time, and I think that's a good way to do it. Like that's what I think with Apocalypse Now. It's like it's there, but it's not like the major focus. I feel like Shawshank Redemption. That kind of feels more of a. That one's kind of going throughout the whole time. But that kind of makes sense because it was a book, and it's supposed to be written from like the guy's perspective. So that's a good way to turn a book into a screenplay by doing that. So. That's like one of Stephen King's like serious type books.
I know. I always forget that that's him. It's kind of weird.
Stand by Me too. Like both of those are like, outside of the Stephen King type feel for sure. Gladiator 2. I feel like that's gonna be a fucking mess. That's all I feel like that's gonna be a gigantic mess. It's a movie that again does not need a sequel whatsoever. Just kind of, and also maybe 20 years too late as well. Like you're gonna do a sequel to it, do it like right after. I don't know. Even Gladiator, it was good, but it's a lot like that one movie, Spartacus. It's like a better Spartacus. So there was always that when I would watch. I mean, I like Gladiator; it's one of my favorites, but it also kind of was from something, kind of like Borderlands is from Mad Max. Really, like there'd be no Borderlands without Mad Max. There'd be no Gladiator without Spartacus. So that is the thing. Lord of the Rings, War of the Hero. That could be good. It's going to be animated. It's by the two writers of the original Lord of the Rings trilogy. One of them is like Peter Jackson's like wife that he doesn't ever want to marry kind of thing. I think her name is Philippa something. But yeah, I think that will probably be good because they take the content like serious. But again, from a franchise. The Karate Kid's gonna be a complete reboot. I know that. I think they're doing that whole story again. And the Karate Kid is owned by Will Smith. He owns the rights to the Karate Kid. So I guess he's the one who's.
Is that why his son was in that shit?
That's exactly why his son was in it. Owns that shit. I mean, that's what you should be doing. I would just fucking exactly. You got that kind of money, just let it happen again.
Well, did the space movie too with his son, right?
Yeah, that was that was M. Night Shyamalan.
I didn't see that, but it looked pretty shitty.
That was one of those like worst movies of the year kind of thing. I remember.
It's like two of them crash landing on a planet, and then there's like some leopard monster trying to fucking kill him or something.
Yeah. Sonic. Oh, that's exactly it. It's like all these stupid alien monster animal things are like after them. And then like I think they can't breathe the atmosphere. It was really like I don't know, it didn't come across good. Sonic 3, I've never seen these, but I know people like them. Jim Carrey, I think, is Dr. Robotnik. It's cool for him.
Who's in the Twisters?
I don't know, because Bill Paxton's dead.
I know, yeah.
I don't know who. Are you gonna bring back what's her name?
Helen Hunt.
I don't think you're bringing back Helen Hunt.
They should get there's this girl that looks exactly like her. She's in. Oh man, the only thing I could think of is Eyes Wide Shut. She plays like the girl who's like sort of like a prostitute when he goes to
the daughter.
Dry cleaners.
The dry cleaners.
Legally Sobieski. If you look her up, she looks
yeah.
exactly like Helen Hunt. It's really fucking weird.
Oh
like,
yeah,
exactly.
She should be. That could work. It looks like it's knowing the top guy listed is Glenn Powell. I don't think I know who the fuck this guy is.
I don't know who that is. That doesn't sound familiar.
Oh, he's in this new movie with Sydney Sweeney. He's the himbo to the bimbo.
It's very strange. They chose like an actor whose name sounds like Bill Paxton.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
What they were thinking, like if his name sounds similar enough, people will forget he's dead.
Could be, yeah. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. I don't know. This movie, very bland looking.
You should have got made up a guy named like Will Baxton or something.
Yeah, this is so weird to do this again. It's about a pair of storm chasers, and it looks like that guy Glenn Powell, and then some ethnic looking woman who looks super muscly. So
they should do some shots from like the tornado's perspective.
Yeah, see,
maybe do something sort of like the Nope monster when people get sucked in.
That'd be kind of cool.